Am I the a-hole for wanting to move away for college, even though my parents forbid it? I'm a senior in high school right now, and for as long as I can remember, I've dreamed of leaving home for college. I've always wanted that experience of living on campus, meeting new people, and building a life outside of my family's home. But in my family, that dream isn't just unusual, it's borderline forbidden. I grew up in a deeply religious household, and while I still practice, I've also become very aware of how restrictive our cultural norms can be. In our community, it's considered shameful for a child, especially a daughter, to move away from their parents before marriage. Parents are supposed to keep their children close, watch over them, and protect their purity. To my parents, me leaving home is basically me rejecting their values and setting myself up to repeat the bad choices some of my older relatives made when they went off to university. But what my parents don't see or don't want to see are the reasons why I want to move. My dad used to be really close with me when I was little. I was his little girl. He hugged me, played with me, and we talked about everything. But once I hit puberty, everything changed. Suddenly, he stopped hugging me. He avoided conversations with me unless they were about rules or religion. He policed my clothing, making me change into longer and more modest outfits even when I didn't see anything wrong with what I was wearing. And then came the moment that honestly shattered a part of me. When my mom had to travel recently, my dad refused to let me stay home alone with him. He said he didn't want the devil to tempt him. I want to be very clear, my dad has never touched me or done anything inappropriate. But the way he framed me, his own daughter, as some kind of temptation for him to resist made me feel dirty, dehumanized, and disgusted. It made me feel like he doesn't even see me as a person anymore, just an object he has to control and shield himself from. It also pushed me further away from my faith, because if this is how my religion is being applied at home, I want no part of it. Then there's my mom. I love her, but she has serious struggles with her mental health. She shows signs of BPD and bipolar disorder, which means she can be unpredictable, manipulative, and sometimes outright abusive. But since mental health is so stigmatized in our culture, she's never been checked or treated. Instead, everything just gets excused as this is how she is. Living with her has been like living with a storm that could hit at any moment, and I'm always on edge. Whenever I've tried to open up about these issues, either to family friends, extended relatives, or even peers, I get the same response. You're overreacting. Your parents love you. You should appreciate them while they're still here. It's like my feelings don't matter, like my experiences are invalid because I'm expected to play the role of the grateful, obedient daughter. And that's exactly what I've been all my life, a people pleaser. I've followed their rules. I've never rebelled. I've always tried to make them proud. And yet, when I tell them I want to move for college, they act like it's the ultimate betrayal. To complicate things further, my dad's health has been declining. He's not terminal, but he's been sick for a while. He lost a lot of weight, one of his legs has gone limp, and he falls asleep easily, even when driving. I had to teach myself to drive just to take some of the burden off him. But despite all that, my parents refuse to give me any real independence. I can drive for family errands or to take him places, but I'm not allowed to use the car for personal or social reasons. I'm not allowed to get a job either. My only sibling is a 12-year-old brother, and my parents insist he's too young to help, so everything falls on me. I've basically become their built-in caretaker. So yes, I feel guilty for wanting to leave. I feel guilty because I know they rely on me so much. I know they're scared, but at the same time, I feel hollow inside. Like I don't exist as myself. I only exist as the version of the perfect daughter they want me to be. And the truth is, I'm not that girl anymore. I can't be. My parents have flat out said they will not let me go to college in another city. Their solutions are either to marry me off first, so I leave under someone else's authority, or to threaten to kick me out if I disobey them. Both options terrify me. I don't have another support system. I don't have a safety net. If I leave and fail, I have nowhere to go. Some friends and extended relatives have told me that my parents will eventually come around, that I just need to stay patient and slowly convince them. But I don't know if I believe that. They're so set in their ways, so caught up in what the community will say, that I don't think they'll ever see me as my own person. So, I'm stuck here, torn between my guilt, my fear, and my desperate desire for independence. I don't want to hurt them, but I also don't want to waste the rest of my life being trapped in this house, in this role, in this shell of who I am. Am I really selfish for wanting to move out for college, even if it means defying them? And does anyone have advice on how I can approach this without completely destroying my relationship with my parents or myself?